Hey, it's Adam here, the fun homeowner. And you can see I have an issue with LEDs. I like them a lot, and I'm always looking for places to put them. In my master bedroom, I hooked up these backlight lights on my TV and my headboard, and there's a video camera that mounts atop your TV, and it colors based on what show you're watching. So like, it'll make the screen blue, or it'll make the back of the wall orange to match. And it's just a bunch of really fun, cool options that you can do. And you don't just have to add the one light that's on the back of the TV. You can add multiple lights in the room. So I actually have 3 lights hooked up to it, the backlight, the headboard, and the reading light. So I said, why don't I do the same thing with the light in my living room? Because in my living room, I also have a bunch of Govee lights positioned all around the room. And you can program them relative to where they are on the TV, also to light up the different colors. So I got this. Boom. Govee backlight, TV backlight 3 light for 55 to 65 inch TVs. So I have a 65 inch, maybe 70, close enough, inch TV down there. I'm going to put these on. A couple things about this as I talk about it. It does have fisheye correction. It has letterbox removal, so when it puts the black lines on the top and the bottom, it'll take those out automatically, so it's not just putting black on the wall or blank on the wall all the time. It is adaptable to ultra-thin TVs. It has more accurate colors with the latest in visual technology upgrade. It has 4-in-1 lamp beads with RGBIC plus W. They use an extra warm white chip to enhance lighting during movie nights and gaming. It has a gravitational hanging design, so that's the way that the camera mounts onto the top of the TV, so gravity just holds it in place. It's really nice. It's fully compatible. The 3 light instantly captures the color of any TV screen. It comes with these little things you'll see during the assembly that to be able to set it up and for the camera to know what it's looking at. It does have smart activation, so you can turn it on with your smart home by Google or Amazon. You can do dream view syncing, like I mentioned, with multiple lights, so up to 7 sub-devices can be controlled to use this. They recommend having the device closer to a phone hotspot or your router for quicker calibration. Let's go put this thing on the TV and let me show you some of the options that you can do just to make it fun. I have a big swivel mount, so it's easy for me to pull the TV away. I dusted it off first, bunch of dust on the TV. Then you put the power onto the main unit. There's a little 3M sticker. There's a couple USB ports, Type-C ports, one for the camera, one for the LED strip. Get your rubbing alcohol packs out, clean down the plastic. You'll want to do this because it'll help the LED stick better. Mount the power unit on the back of the TV, and then you can hang the camera from the dead center at the top. It's gravity fed. Then you can plug the camera into the other port. It just hangs there, no problem. And then you want to start with the LED strips and then go around counterclockwise. And once you do that, you can put these other pieces on that'll hold the cable down so you don't see them. Then you're going to want to open the app and add, plus top right corner. Click on add, it'll automatically detect it. Then once you do that, hit the power button and it will want to connect to it. And in this case, you can rename it. Any of your devices you can rename. So I just renamed this, I think, living room TV light or something like that. Oh, living room backlight. The legit backlight. And then for mine, I had to upgrade the firmware. Then once you've added it, you can connect to your Wi-Fi. It does it pretty quickly. I have the password saved in there already, so it's pretty easy. Then mine wanted to upgrade the firmware, and this takes a while. They'd like you to stay within 2 yards, 6 feet of your unit while you're doing it. And honestly, I felt like this took forever. Then once you have that, the next stage is calibration. You have to put these little orange foam pads on the sides and the bottom. They recommend you do the calibration in daytime. So I'm going to open the app here and show you. Just pick the device, turn the device on, and then what you need to do is you need to go under the settings, not the saturation color, but under the settings, top right, the gear, and then you'll find something that says camera calibration. You put the orange dots on the screen, and then it's really hard. You got to drag your finger, the little blue circles and orange circles at the top of the screen onto each of the orange squares. You can get it pretty approximate. I've got fat fingers, so I couldn't get it exactly. Have fun. But when you do and you turn the lights on and the camera picks up the screen and projects it on the wall, holy cow. I mean, look at this. It's like covering the whole back wall in my living room. But like I said, with DreamView, you can add additional lights to it. So I'm going to go under DreamView. I'm going to go under living room backlight, and then I'm going to add some lights to the mix. You can pick partial screen, which will do like the right part of the screen will do a right color, or left part of the screen will do the left color, or you can do the entire screen as one color and the lights. If you pick partial, you can see where it's reading it. This is where the camera reads it relative to the TV, and then where you want it. So I've got 4 ceiling lights, so I'm just kind of picking approximations on where I think those lights will be best colored based on where it's going to pick up on the television. And honestly, unless it's really off, it's not going to be that bad. And once you get that done, then you can take it to the next level with the DreamView expansion. I mean, look at this. The ceiling lights are helping contribute as well. It just adds a dynamic to the room that you've never experienced before. And you can control the overall brightness of the whole thing. If you think it's too offensive, like too in your face, you can dial it way back. The other thing is you can dial the responsiveness down too. So you can have it flash really quick between colors, like you would in a game mode, but you don't have to do that. You can adjust the saturation, how deep you want the colors to be. You can see the brightness at the top. You can click same brightness so that all the devices are the same brightness, so one's not overpowering the other. Like I said, you can do 7 of these lights. I have 4 that I added. I have a bunch of lights up in the hallway too, and in the kitchen light. But see, it says you can only add 7. So I'm like, well, why don't I just add the hallway lights? Now I've got some pretty fancy hallway lights that control individual segments, so I can color each of those segments based on what I want. These are the flush mount 12-inch by Govee, and honestly, it's just pretty wild. So it does the ceiling lights. I keep rotating all the way back to the hallway lights. You can see here in a different view. So literally, this ginormous area is just covered and immersed in whatever the TV color is projecting. So if you want to enhance your family's movie nights, if you want to enhance your Monday night football nights with colors and logos of your team, go out, pick up this kit. You can order it online at any of the major retailers. It also has an audio mode here that'll bounce with the sound according to how you want it. But you can also pick it up. Walmart sells it, and I'm pretty sure Home Depot sells it too. It is the Govee Light 3 TV backlight. You're not going to go wrong. It's amazing.